when I land in St. Louis, I'm like, I'm a 10. When I come back to Austin, I'm like, fuck, these bitches are skinny. I'm like an 8, right?
Don't make a decision until Mercury passes the moon. Like, no. It's fine.
So this is Dad, it's fine. Dad, it's fine. It's
Dad, it's fine. So
Dad, it's fine.
Dad, it's fine.
Dad, it's fine.
Dad, it's fine.
It's Dad, it's fine. And
Dad, it's fine.
but
They're
like
fine.
Dad, everything's fine. Like
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation with no bleeding. Don't give a fuck. Something. But that's my karaoke
What the
song.
hell was that?
Okay.
Oh.
How does my hat look? Good?
How does mine look?
Like I'm from the country.
Ooh.
Cool. Oh, man, I look good. Okay. I actually kind of love this. Okay, Dad.
Adrian, I love that you're laughing because it means we're funny. He doesn't think we're funny.
He just loves me.
What, you don't think we're funny?
Okay.
I'm funnier.
Shit.
I'm pretty funny.
Bro, but you've been doing this for a while. We're brand new.
It's not like it's a comedy competition.
I'm just saying, like, we're still getting into our vibe here. It took Alex Cooper 4 episodes to get famous.
I just think
we're gonna do it in 3.
I know I'm only funny because I'm not funny.
Yeah.
That's why I'm funny, because I'm not funny.
I like don't find myself funny, but then like Simon there at the gym was like, the shit you say, and I was like, I don't even know what he means when he says that.
You just have no filter.
Yeah. I was like, I just need a boyfriend to come wash my car.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, Dad, it's fine. Episode 2. Here we are in Studio O. I am Ashley, sometimes Ash,
And I'm Brenna.
sometimes B, sometimes Bren. I always call you Brenna though.
I know, I don't like it.
So, first episode, we talked about your engagement.
Wait, can you?
Oh, do I need to fix something?
Yeah, you got
Just fix it.
hair. It looks like.
Oh, I know. You always laugh when there's like,
Yeah,
is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. First episode, we talked about your,
Engagement.
and this is not an engagement ring. It's my Aura ring, because I'm single,
As
29, and single as Pringle, which kind of gets into like this episode a little bit about like how our dads worry about us, right? But then also like we are very fortunate that we have very supportive dads. So whether you have a supportive dad or maybe you fucking hate your dad and it's kind of like, yo, Dad, it's fine. Don't really care. I'm doing this without you. I'm just saying. Or like,
Yo, Dad.
yo, Dad, or like, you know, it's just, it can go anyway for any situation. But we're fortunate enough to have very loving dads. You consider yourself a dad's girl?
Yes. I
Kind
don't.
of. You're very close with your mom though, too.
I'm close with both.
yeah.
I'm close with both. No.
Yeah.
I'm close with both. I feel like my mom and I got to a point in my late teenage years where we just became best friends.
Yeah.
But I definitely milk being Dad's little princess and
Yeah.
only daughter.
Yeah.
So,
I'm an only daughter too. I don't think I've
are you
ever
the
like-
oldest?
Yeah, and I'm the oldest. You're not the oldest.
I'm the
no.
youngest.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of how I made it to Austin was because of my dad. So, and being single.
I know we have completely different
Stories.
stories because I moved to Texas when I was going to college and I never left. Versus you obviously lived in a small hometown, and I know you'll talk about it, but you lived in a small hometown,
Yeah.
moved here on a whim, essentially.
Basically.
Okay, tell that story.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
it's like it's funny because we're so alike, but then we're so different.
Yeah.
Like 25 and engaged, 29 single. So yeah, how did I get here? So originally from tiny town, middle of nowhere. Literally, did I send you a photo last time I went home? The attraction sign literally, it says attractions and there's nothing on it. It's just blank. It's literally blank. Like, yeah, it's bad. That's why I'm in my camo, I'm bringing it back.
I know, are you going hunting?
Yeah. I used to go deer hunting. I did eat the heart of my first deer, like, as we, like, field dressed it. My uncle made me do it.
How many podcasts do you say? No, I'm kidding.
I did that on one. That's my
know.
fun fact. That is my fun
You
fact.
need a new fun fact. That's a
Oh,
gross
I was
fun
on
fact.
MTV Ridiculousness one time
That's funny.
for, like, blacked out eating salad with my hands.
What a CEO you are.
Yeah, I know. This is somebody's CEO. So, okay, hometown, whatever. Left a 7-year relationship, still friends, not upset. Like, we get along and everything. So I was 20 when we started dating. You were about 21, 22 when you started dating.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I was 20. And then a year later, I was living originally in my grandparents' old milking parlor that was an apartment. So then my dad like felt bad because my boyfriend was like sneaking over because it was like 10 foot from my grandpa's house. And they're like, oh, you can't like be together till you're married, you know? Oh. So there was this, I don't know if I ever told you this. So there was this old hunting cabin on like our property.
You renovated.
Yeah,
and
nobody's
turned it
doing
into a
anything with it.
house.
So my dad like kind of surprised me and like helped renovate it.
Aww.
So yeah, then a year later we moved in, and then it just we're friends, we're better as friends. Didn't work out, right? So I run my companies there, so everything's there. I kind of felt like stuck.
And how big's your town?
3,000 people.
3,000?
Yeah, 3,200. It's gone down.
How many people were in your grade?
88 graduating class. Yeah. So it's like, just imagine, you know, every man in the town, you know, almost every man in the county. And so it's like, okay, I just left a 7-year relationship.
And everyone just dated everybody.
And everybody just dates everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I just felt like few reasons I left, right? I felt like I was not going to meet the man that I want to meet there. Like, not saying he doesn't exist there, right? And also I just like wanted to elevate myself with like another group of people and like just be a new person, like who I want to be, right? And so I still remember this to this day. Like, there's this room we have in the at our office, our warehouse, and I sat my dad down. It was in November. I always felt like I should be in Texas. I don't know if you did or if college just randomly brought you here.
Once I came to Texas, I knew I was never going back.
Yeah.
And then now I call myself a Texas girl.
Yeah.
Like, officially, I'm like, I'm a Texas girl. And Porter's like, you don't drive like one, so you're not one. I'm like, okay.
Because you're not a crazy driver? Apparently they're crazy drivers.
I mean,
here.
I think in Massachusetts they're crazy too.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's way worse. I got the tattoo of Texas as soon as I moved.
Side note, I understand why Texans are so prideful. I feel like when I first moved here, all my friends were like, are you going to come back wearing cowboy boots and saying y'all? Because I used to say, hey, you guys.
Oh, I say y'all
or like,
all
do
the time.
you, or I'd say, hey, do you guys want to go do this? Or do you all want to go do this? Yeah. It was really challenging for me to say y'all. Like, I'd say, y'all. What are y'all doing? Like, I'd really force it. Yeah. And I remember the first time I said it very organically. It was just like, hey, what are y'all doing? I was like, ooh, sounds good.
Y'all. So you say y'all all the time.
I say y'all now, but for 2 years, it was really challenging to physically form.
It's so funny how it just like naturally happens.
I know.
So Texas. How did I pick Texas? Yeah, I don't know. Entrepreneurial capital of the country, all that.
I feel like during the time you moved here, everyone was moving to Austin, so it was a popular city.
Yeah, like my favorite podcast, I got to give it to these guys. Like, My First Million, one of them lived in Austin. I don't think he does anymore, but like he'd always talk about it. And I'm like, I think I need to go there. So like in November with my dad, I like literally just had like a breakdown. And I remember sitting down with him and I just started crying. And I was like, I just don't know what to do. Like, how do I run my companies like remotely? Like, and I was just bawling. And like, he sat down, he's like, you know what? Like, my dad would not have given me this opportunity, but he's like, I think you need to do it. And it's smart. So then let's see, January 4th, literally a month later, I came here for 2 days, found an apartment. Basically, no one at home for 3 to 6 months knew I lived here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was really hard. I had everybody blocked on social media, like my whole hometown. Until I started making new friends. But I moved here knowing no one. But yeah, again, like my dad was just like so supportive in that. So that's why he's like my best friend, and I absolutely love him. I know. But he does worry about me, like New Year's, with me being single. He was like, what are you doing New Year's? And I was like, going out like with some girlfriends to dinner. Oh no, first I said I'm going to dinner, and
he probably goes, ooh, with a date.
No, yeah, that's literally what he says. He goes, oh, with like a guy? And I was like, no. And I was like, with my girlfriends. He's like, and you guys are bringing dates? And I was like, no. And he's like, are all of your girlfriends single? I was like, basically. So yeah, that's kind of how that went. And it was funny because you were like sitting on your couch on
Oh, I went to bed at 9 p.m. I didn't hear the fireworks. I was out. You know me. I'm a grandma. I don't take my sleep for granted.
Yeah, my New Year's kiss, I didn't have one. So that was that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
I was sleeping. So yeah, the relationship thing. So that's kind of what.
So you get out of your 7-year relationship, move to Austin.
Yeah. So honestly, it was my priority when I moved here to start dating. It was like, I was like, I'm gonna find my husband right now, like immediately. Actually, fun fact: before I moved here, I met a guy on Hinge.
Oh God, you told me
I guess I'll
this.
tell the story. And
So funny.
so it was before I even moved here, and like I set up my Hinge for Dallas to go meet one of my girlfriends because I was like, I need to practice date because I've never been on a date in my life. I just said like, where I'm from, you just like, I don't know, you like meet each other in a barn, and then you
In a barn.
I think we literally met at a barn party,
And you were like, we're dating.
and then you just kind of like go drinking together, and then
Drink where? The bars?
yeah, in the barns and the bars.
Are there bars in your
Yeah.
hometown?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Are they nice?
I mean, they're like your just towny like hodunk bars. I mean, I like them. I don't know anything different.
Do you like line dance?
No.
Oh.
But you drink like $1.50 beers and like $2 tequilas, you know? So I met this guy on Hinge, and we literally, I thought he was fake. So like, because I don't know anything about dating. So I literally said, you're a catfish. And he's
Why
like,
would you just say that to
I don't
someone?
know, because I don't know how to like talk to men, right? So this is like 2.5 years ago now. So he's like, no, I'm not. I'll FaceTime you. And I'm like driving. This is back in Illinois before I've moved. And he goes to FaceTime me, and he gets on, and I go, holy fuck, you're real. And I just hang up.
Ashley!
Yeah. So anyway, he was real. And then I had a wedding to go to in a week at home. So this man flies to Illinois after 5 days that I've known him online. And I tell my stepmom, but I was like, I can't tell dad. I can't tell dad. Like, he's going to die. Like, I just flying this man to Illinois that I've never met before.
Did you fly him out?
No, I ain't paying for that. He paid for that.
Where'd he stay?
At my house.
Oh.
So,
In the milk parlor?
no, I'm living in my actual house. My ex-boyfriend's not living there anymore. And he moved out. And so I borrowed my dad's car because I was driving this little shitty Jeep car. My dad's got a BMW. I was like, Dad, can I borrow your car?
Ashley,
I was like, I got to go pick up a friend from the airport.
Ashley, you sound so southern right now.
Okay.
Like, I got to borrow my dad's car.
So-
It's a BMW.
Okay, so I had to borrow my dad's car.
Wait, when you go home, do you get a little bit of a southern accent?
I just like, sometimes when I get in my vibe, I start like
you
talking
like really
a little bit
just
different.
sounded super
Okay.
southern for like 30 seconds.
Let me sound Austin. So
I got the BMW.
okay, so anyway, I
Picked up
have
the boy.
a Renegade at home that I just use randomly. So I was like, Dad, I'm gonna borrow your car. I have to pick someone up from the airport. He didn't really ask any questions. I think my stepmom told him like about the situation. She's just kind of like this middleman, and she just like, he tells her things, and then we just share it, you know? So all I was thinking is when I go to pick this guy up was like, if I pick him up and he's not who I think he is, and I told him this, I will drive away. And you will just be stuck standing there at the airport. But I pick him up. Oh, and also, it's like not the time of year that it snows. He comes over and it's like dumping snow.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole thing was like a shit show.
Okay, so you pick him up.
Yeah. Then we went back to my house, whatever. And we, like, he just stayed the weekend.
Are you just sitting there in front of the fireplace?
No,
like,
I mean, like,
what's your favorite color?
No, I mean,
what's your
we've
last
gotten to know
name? Okay.
I creeped all of that. Me and my stepmom went full investigation mode.
Okay.
But he has the most basic name. That's why I thought he was fake.
Like John Smith.
You're really close.
Is it John?
No.
Smith? Is his last name Smith?
But like we
Justin.
creeped it.
Jacob.
No.
Johnny.
No.
Jalen.
No.
Joey. Joe. Joey!
Yeah. So anyway.
Joey Smith?
No, not Smith. But we're not saying the last name. But there's probably a million of them here. So whatever. We just like hung out. We like watched football, like all these things. Then we go to the wedding the next day. So now I show up to my friend's wedding with this Texan man, and everybody's like, Ashley, who is this guy?
Texan man.
Yeah, and everybody's like, he's smoking hot. Everybody's like, who is this guy? And I was like, I met him online like 7 days ago.
You're so weird, dude.
So anyway, we had like a 3-month distant relationship. It's like my first thing after my ex. So like, of course I'm like in love with the guy, right? Like I'm a lover. I fall hard. And I find out he's a narcissist, so of course he like, you know, gets
love bombing.
Yeah, 100%. And
really kind.
Crazy.
Compliments.
Like making all these future plans with me. And
that's
like,
creepy. No, that's a red flag.
Yeah. So I had already knew I was moving here though, but so when I go to look at apartments, he's like, "Oh, I'll like pick you up from the airport or blah blah blah." He like picks me up and then we go like we don't go to like a good lunch or dinner or anything. We go to Pete Harry's. Takes me to Pete Terry's through the drive-thru. He doesn't even like take me to sit down, and then he's like, "I gotta run. I gotta leave New Orleans. I gotta go to a bachelor party." And I'm like,
"No,
what the fuck?" So like the whole thing was crazy. Anyway, I find an apartment. I think I talked about this. My dad like Google Earthed it.
Yeah.
Everything like that.
He's like, "Oh, it's on the water. It must be nice."
Oh yeah, it's by all the stores, all the stuff. So. I gotta give it to this guy. Like, God does everything for a reason, right? Like, I was gonna stay in this other apartment, and this guy's like, no, go check out this area. Oh. So, like, I believe that's why he came into my life, because I ended up in a really good area, met some of my best friends. It was actually up north.
Oh.
So, yeah. Anyway, I move here. He falls off the face of the earth. I'm like, he's dead. I was convinced. I was, like, looking up online. I was like, did this man die?
I feel like you, to put you on blast, have a thing with men at weddings recently. This guy at the wedding, pilot man at the wedding.
Oh yeah, he was very attractive too. But like we were the only two single people. Like, of course I'm gonna dance with him. Like, I hope to not be single at your wedding, but I have to take dating serious.
I just will never get over the video you sent me from this wedding you went to this year.
Oh, the rolling under.
Where you were like, "Brenna, look at this. I want to put this on Dad. It's fine." I'm like, "Actually, your hoo-ha's out. Like, you literally did not post this." You're like, "No, it's blurred. You can't see." I was like, "The account's going to get taken down. Like, you cannot post." Like, "Fine, I'll crop it." I'm like, "You're ridiculous."
Oh, yeah. I, like, rolled under my friend.
That's the funniest thing. Like, you're 30 years old.
Almost. I'm 29.
Okay. You're my wildest friend, and it's hilarious.
But it's funny because, like, nobody in Austin knows me like that. Because I only go get wild when I leave town. And I don't know anyone. Otherwise, I've lived here 2 years. Yeah. Like, literally, officially. I've probably been drunk here 4 times. Like,
really?
Actually 4 times. And now I'm not drinking right now since my last trip, which we'll get into. But yeah. So move here. That guy breaks my heart. You know, I'm just like destroyed, heartbroken. It was the love of my life. My friends were all like, "Oh, this guy's perfect."
Do you have anyone... I don't like when people say on the roster, but I'm going to just say it.
Do I have a roster?
On the roster. Like,
listen, I think there's something going on in the air right now because the other day... No, what are you going to say?
Okay. I'm dead serious about this.
Okay.
And everyone's about to hear it.
Oh, God. Don't put me on blast.
Can we, if I set you up on a blind date, or if we take applications and they meet semi-criteria of yours, can we please do a blind date? Multiple blind dates.
You're like the thing where it's like
where it's like 50 first dates or 50 dates, 50 states. We could just do like 50 men in Austin. I don't know.
And you're gonna find these people?
I'll find them. You're a catch. There's actually in it's called like What to Do in Austin. Every month they do a PowerPoint night where you present your single friends. And I'm not joking. I got sent the Instagram post. I was going to make a PowerPoint for you and drag you to it and get up there and present you.
You were going to present me on Instagram that I'm single?
And I was going to put the video of you with the dirt bike.
Oh.
Where you're like kicking your foot.
You think that's attractive?
Oh, yeah. You're spunky.
Yeah.
I think why people will love you is like, she's special. Like, she's just different.
Special.
No, you're a one of a kind.
Yeah.
I love that you're just like, I feel good.
Because I've worked very hard on myself, so I'm very self-aware that, like, I've worked very hard on myself.
So,
you know.
Can we do PowerPoint night and or blind dates?
I mean, if you throw me up on a PowerPoint, I would laugh so hard. Like, you can do it if you want.
What if it's like bidding for a date?
Oh, wait. I didn't tell you the story. So I was walking the other day on the bridge, and I walk and read now. I know how to read books and walk.
Dude, Bridget saw you walking on the trail, reading your book like
yeah. Her eyes just went full crazy.
You weirdo.
So I know how to do that. So this like guy stops me and he's like, hey, what are you thankful for? And this girl's next to him. I said, well, I guess my eyes, because I can read. And he said, oh, great. He's like, are you single? Do you mind if we interview you real quick? So I said, yeah, like, sure, whatever. And he's like, okay. He's like, my name's, I can't remember. Yeah. And she introduced herself. Yeah. He's like, we are building an app, but it's video-based for dating. He's like, do you mind if we just ask you a couple questions? He's like, this is perfect. So they like set me up. This is literally 2 days ago. Set me up against the bridge. Yeah. I have like my beanie on and my book. And I was like, damn, at least I look good today. And so he's like, I'm going to just start riffing, asking you questions. So then he starts asking me about like my type and like all these things. But when someone asks you on the spot, like you kind of go stupid.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I said some of the right things, but I left out like 50%. So I got their information. They got all mine. And I said, so how does this work? They go, well, what we're doing is we're creating like an Instagram page or a page or something. And we're going to post you. And then men can apply basically to go out with you. Like,
on an Instagram? Is it like a legit Instagram?
Yeah. Like, I don't know if they've built the page yet. Like, I need to go follow
They're just building an Instagram page.
I think it's Instagram unless just like a website. But it's kind of like swiping. But instead of just like prompts, like,
you know what this reminds me of?
Their video.
You know, this reminds me of the video that you just...
That they took. So then I messaged her back afterwards.
They're going to get candids of you walking, holding the book.
Probably.
Reading.
Yeah, I don't know the kind of... And then I guess like I would approve for this. They asked me to call tomorrow to like check back in to like... so I did message back. I said, hey, I have some feedback about the app. I just have a couple comments. I said, I have 2 ideas for you. I said, I know it's your company, but I'm just going to give you some ideas.
What'd you say?
So I said, number 1... you should either set up like a time or an event so like women know ahead of time what the questions are. I said, or when you go to post this, you need to like allow me to have some prompts underneath because I was like, I missed a lot of information.
Yeah, where you can kind of like, yeah, I like that.
So they messaged me back. They said, do you want to redo it? Because you said you have more things that you want to say.
Are you going to redo it?
Maybe, but like at the end of the day, like.
Just don't do it by your apartment. I don't want men knowing where you live.
No. I guess, yeah. So you're going to see me maybe on Instagram soon or wherever they post it. And then I guess people can like, I don't know, click the link. And then you're supposed to set up.
This is like a,
you know what?
Like a shittymatch.com. It's like
what did I say earlier in the first one? The only way you're going to get me on a date is like, you got to catch me in the moment. So like these people caught me in the moment and I'm like.
Okay, me catching you in the moment is telling you I set you up on a blind date.
No, you're going to know like, hey, Ashford, you know, and be like, I'm going for a walk. And you'd be like, yo, you got to go to this corner right now and intercept her walk and then just start talking to her. And
I think that's the best way you meet someone though.
But you're gonna have to tell them to like nonchalantly like interrupt me so I don't know that it's a preset situation.
I think you're gonna meet your husband walking. I'm manifesting this now. You're gonna be walking on Lady Bird Trail, reading your book, and someone's just gonna bump into someone. No, you're just gonna bump into. So sorry.
And then that's my boyfriend.
I think that's how it's gonna happen.
It's just like in my mind, it's so weird to like think it's gonna happen. So that's why I don't go on dates.
Well, it happens when you don't think it's gonna happen.
But then like, because I think there's no way this is gonna happen, then I don't do anything about it.
I heard the dating scene sucks here.
I don't know. Like, I feel like that's like a whole ass topic. But I can't comment too much. Okay, this is my big thing. Everybody's a maximizer here, I think. Meaning, like, there's so many options. And, like, let me tell you this. I think back, when I land in St. Louis, I'm like, I'm a 10. When I come back to Austin, I'm like, fuck, these bitches are skinny. I'm like an 8, right? Until I start, like, you know, expressing all my other, like, assets and stuff. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm up there. But, like, you know, I'm just saying, like, it's a hard city in that sense.
You're so funny.
I always tell everybody that. Like, last time I landed in St. Louis, I was like, I look good. Like, I should move back.
My favorite thing about you, though, is when I'm like, oh, show me photos of your ex. You go, I've had a glow up since then.
I've had a serious glow up. Like, I look way better than I used to look. I mean, I was always cute, but like, I was like skinny, super skinny. Then I was like a little chunky. And then I just was like stressed and holding on to like all this fat and stuff. So then the moment like actually I broke up, like ended the relationship, which
I
lost weight.
Yeah.
Which
breakups
actually
will do that to you.
Not funny, but we didn't communicate well. So I left a 7-page letter. And
you didn't even break up with him to his face? Or call or text him?
No, listen, hear me out.
I'm listening. Can you confirm?
Yeah, I will confirm. I actually have the biggest heart, but like we weren't ever able to communicate very well. Like, and I'm a big communicator and he wasn't. So it's like the only way I'll be able to get my words out and him to like take it in is to write this letter.
I get that. I've had one of those experiences.
I wrote a 6-page letter. And that morning I woke up next to him. He was sleeping. And I'm just like, holy fuck. He has no idea this is the last time. Like,
why'd this get so serious?
I like, seriously, it was great. Like, it was crazy. So I leave the letter and then I sent him a text. But then I got in the truck with my dad. And my dad knew this was happening.
Oh, your dad picked you up?
No, we went to the lake for a week. To the Ozarks.
To go party?
It was a work event.
Assholes.
No, it was a work event.
Okay.
So, I gotta fix my hair. It was a work event. So, but he knew because my stepmom told him. So I'm just like bawling in the truck for like 4 hours. But that's besides the point.
Then did you talk to your ex like eventually?
So then I got home and like his stuff was packed up and we had a conversation.
Oh, that's so sad.
But like, I think it was good because like he had a moment to himself. And I knew if we would have sat there, I would have never like been able, like it wouldn't have happened. It was very hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
I know. I respect your choice, whatever you did, but I don't recommend anyone else doing that because I'm thinking if I was him,
he appreciated it.
I would have been devastated, and then you left. It's like a movie. What a movie scene.
Yeah. But then I came back and we had a long talk, and then like I almost like got back together.
Did you guys ever break up during your relationship at all?
No.
You know what's wild? I won't name names, but when Porter was playing baseball here, I was hanging out with a lot of the younger girls because he was obviously a grad student. A lot of the girlfriends date freshmen or sophomores. And I was talking to one of the freshman girls this year, and she was like, oh, how long have you guys been together? I was like, oh, 4.5, 5 years. She looks at me dead in the eyes and goes, with no breaks? Like, that's normal. Like, breaking up is normal, and like during a relationship multiple times.
That's weird.
She's like, with no breaks? I was like, yeah, no breaks.
I feel like if I had a break with someone, I would just be done.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Yeah, no, we didn't. There was no cheating. There was no nothing. It was just like we were just friends, you know?
Yeah.
So like end of day, but wish him well. We're still good. But yeah,
on to the next.
Yeah, the dating. Oh yeah, so the interview that happened. Oh, something in the air. I didn't get to this, you know, I'm ADHD. So like, listen, 2 days ago, all within 24 hours I'm only on one dating app, but I'm not really swiping.
Tinder.
No, I've never been on Tinder in my life.
What?
No.
Don't do it.
No. I've been on Hinge, but I'm not on there anymore. I'm on Raya right now. Actually,
oh, bougie.
No, it's not that
I
hard.
heard it kind of sucks because the guys are just everywhere. It's not localized.
Men don't like put anything in their prompts, I think they're lazy.
I love how you've just been like effing around with people and you're like trying to get answers for like other things. Like for the app, you'd fill out your profile just to see if they read it.
Oh yeah.
Like based on like the app, or just based on to see if like they actually read the prompts versus just liking a photo.
Oh yeah, I set up my location for Vail.
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm looking for a place to rent that's cheap. So you hear me out.
Dude.
Hear me out. So I was like, Airbnb sucks, but there's all these people that like maybe would have a bedroom or a couch that know people. Hear me out. So I set up my Hinge account the other week, and I set the location to Vail, and I changed all my photos just basic, and I said, looking for a cheap place to rent. All I need is a bed in a kitchen near the mountain so I can snowboard. Next prompt. Do not reply to this unless you know someone or are renting a room. And then I say something else like, do not apply. Within 30 minutes, there's like 95 matches.
You did not have 95 matches.
Oh, it's absurd. I had to turn it off.
Are you serious?
It's insane. 2 people commented about the room. The rest just hearted. So the men, they're not reading it. They're literally not even reading the prompts. So that was a test right there.
Are you trying to do like a room swap?
I was just trying to see if somebody knew somebody. So we made a TikTok on this, right?
Yeah.
On our page. A girl comments and says, I actually have a room, or she knew someone. I was like,
no
see,
way.
it worked. Like,
Of
people
course
are,
the girls
people are giving me shit, but like, whatever. Someone did comment and they're like, is Hinge the new like Airbnb? And I was like, I mean, I was just trying
What
to
if your
find.
account gets suspended for that?
I don't know. I was also on there trying to find people's like dating issues because I wanted to start my own
That was
dating
funny.
app. Yeah, so I was like getting all this feedback from men. That was like, I literally was like, do not match with, like, I'm not trying to date you. I'm literally just trying to get your feedback. So then I would get feedback. I'd screenshot it.
What if you missed a good one? Like, what if there was a good guy in the bunch?
He'll find his way to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, something in the air. I keep talking about this and I don't get to the point. It's like 2 days ago, right?
yes.
Okay, the one app I'm on, and then text messages and Instagram, I swear, like 8 men from my past within 24 hours. Meaning I've either gone on a date with them, and I've maybe gone on 10 dates in 2 years. Really, It's not a lot. I don't give anybody a chance. I'm going to this year, 1 a month.
Okay, you just said that on
You're
camera,
making it
so it's
happen.
on the record.
Okay.
Yeah, you just sounded hesitant.
Okay, next week we'll do a walking date. Either between my Instagram DM or my text message or Raya, like somebody messaged me and it was all within 24 hours. And I was like all of them. It was like 7 to 8. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like I was talking to another girl at the gym. She's like, dude, something's in the air. She's like, the same thing is happening to me. So I'm like, maybe
it's because it's like the winter arc for, I don't know. It's just winter and men are like, ooh, I'm trying to talk to someone now. So by the time summer comes, they have someone to I feel like the summer is when you
Do you
want to be
think
with
that
someone.
actually goes through their head? They think like that?
Producer to he's shaking his head no. He's shaking his head no.
Dating in Austin, I don't know. Like, I'm honestly not that picky. Like, I care more about like,
I feel like you're so picky.
I just don't like stupid people. Listen,
That's valid. No, I get it.
like, you can intrigue me by your intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, so it's because you got to find me someone
Okay.
to go on a date with. So what are the questions?
We're going to do 20 questions in like 3 questions.
Okay.
What matters more, personality or physical appearance?
Oh, they're both important.
Okay, but if you had to pick one.
At the end of the day, I could fall in love with someone that I'm not as physically attracted to if I really, really loved his personality.
But I feel like you'd become physically attracted to them because you
so,
fall in
too.
love with their personality.
Yeah. But you do have to love health and fitness. Like, 'cause
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
that,
you know,
is that a
that's like,
non-negotiable?
yeah, that's like a core piece of my life.
Okay. Do they have to, how financially successful do they have to be? Or do they have to be financially successful?
Not yet.
Or does like them having a drive and passion matter?
Way more.
Okay.
So like, I went on a date. It was like my second date ever, and the guy told me he was doing this thing in marketing. I was like, so like, what's next? And he's like, what do you mean? This is what I do. And I was like,
I know. Some people get
I was like, I have a great
complacent or
girlfriend for you to
comfortable.
go out with, but it's not me. Like,
You're like, this
so-
isn't gonna work.
No, it's not. Like you said, like, I don't care if they're successful yet. You have to be able to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But like, you better have just like some kind of drive. Like,
I think that's it. At the end of the day, it just comes down to drive and passion because you don't want to be a mom.
no.
You don't want to, I think, like, I know I don't want to be,
You're going to be sugar mama for a while, though.
shit,
Porter has like 7 years.
like 10.
Oh my God, is that many?
Because med school is 8 years, and then you have a couple years of a fellowship. I know. But then by the time, you know, he's 35 and fully working, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then I'll just chill.
You're just going to put in that decade and
I know. But honestly,
Tap
I think
out.
about it. If I wasn't working right now, I'd be bored. Like, what would
Oh.
I do? Like,
we
don't
are
people
not
get
the kind of
bored?
girls that not work.
I get so bored.
I mean, I do envy those, you know why the women who are like really good shape and skin's perfect and they don't age? It's because they have no stress because they're just like going to the spa.
Okay,
and,
but
like,
they also have money to go to the spa
I know.
and go get their Botox and filler and pull
and pay
up.
like
everything.
$100 a Pilates class.
In reality, like, if money wasn't a cost, we could do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't a factor. Honestly, we could do it right now. I think it's just like where we choose to spend our money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like I end up spending way too much on that stuff, but I rather spend my money on health and wellness and feeling good and looking good than going out drinking and eating out.
Well, yeah.
Personally.
Neither of us do that.
No, I also just prioritize my sleep.
When's the last time you drank?
Well, my engagement.
Oh, yeah.
But last time I went out, last night. I had 2 margaritas.
You just forgot about that?
Yeah, no, but I just don't like going out. No. Because my thing is, I don't know what it is when you get older, as you would know. But what I'm joking. But I feel like when you get older, like once I graduated, it was like I'd have a few drinks at the bar, and I'd feel awful the next day, and then it like ruins my entire day. And I feel like I think my first year in Austin, I spent every Saturday or Sunday in bed hungover, and I wasn't even drinking a lot. I was just out really late, and wasn't sleeping, and then I had like maybe a few too many drinks, and I'd feel icky, and then it just ruined my weekend, because this is when I wasn't working for myself yet. I was working with the influencer agency, so I actually had to get up and work. Wait, it sounded so bad.
I actually had to get up and work.
I do get up and work, but you know what I mean. It was like I had to get up, go to my 9 to 5.
That is one thing. Like, I don't care, like, if a man drinks.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not someone who parties every night. So, like, I will not go out with someone who just wants to go party every night. Because, like,
that's valid.
I'm extroverted, but I'm also very
Porter
introverted.
and I talk about that a lot because I couldn't do it either.
No.
I'd rather just watch movies.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be, like, deterred from, like, my goals either. So it's like, that's why I love driven people. Like, and just like a man who just like leads in that sense. Like, okay, because you marry someone like your dad, right? You think Porter's like your dad?
No.
Really?
They are so polar opposite.
Really?
They're so polar opposite.
I don't think that's normal.
You think Porter is looking at me going, don't make a decision until Mercury passes the moon? Like, no.
Really?
My dad's not woo-woo, but like he's woo-woo. Porter is analytical, logical.
Yeah.
Like they're so different.
I feel like that's interesting because I feel like a lot of people date and marry people like their dad.
My favorite thing I hear is you marry someone that looks like your dad.
Not
and I'm like,
looks, that acts
well,
like your
people
dad.
say that looks like your dad. I go, well, mine don't look like my dad.
Yeah, they don't look alike.
So funny.
Oh, that's funny. No, I think I'll end up dating someone that kind of is like my dad.
But what's really weird is my ex used to low-key, like everyone thought he was my older brother. Like they kind of looked alike. It was weird.
Well, some people date people that look,
it was weird. You don't see it, but from a distance, like if they walked by and it was like a little flash, you'd be like, oh, like they kind of look alike.
Yeah. Well, my dad's 5'4", so I'm probably going to be dating a taller man.
Is he 5'4"?
5'5".
Actually?
Actually.
How tall are you?
5'2".
He's 5'5"?
Oh, he's a little short kid.
With a big neck tattoo?
Yes. He looks like he's been in prison. He says he like walks into like insurance meetings and shit. People are like, who the fuck is this guy? But he's so smart. Like
that's a riot.
Yeah. And then when me and him go out of town, like we just like go ham with each other.
Oh my
What are the
God.
last couple questions to find my first date you're gonna set up?
Okay. I already said personality.
Is that a whole? Is we just personality and success?
All right. I'm gonna end the podcast by saying, if you are a single man in Austin who is looking for a 5'2", blonde-haired, blue-eye, smart, funny, chaotic, stomach problem
Is
lady.
getting better. Goes to the gym a lot.
All hot girls have tummy problems. I have one for you. Please DM the Dad It's Fine Instagram account and we will set you up on a date. All expenses paid for by Print Crazy.
There's no expenses because it's walking and I won't know we're on a date because Brendan will tell you to jump out and walk with me.
Just DM us.
Okay, so
Wanna go get a snack?
yeah, we need a snack. We're kind of hungry, so
Okay, we gotta end like this.
that was good.
Boom.
Wait, we need like a dad some kind of handshake to end it.
I feel like what did dads?
Should we just like hug each other? It's fine.
You're weird.
All right, 2 claps. We're out.